Did LA County Sheriff Baca put a stop to a narcotics investigation targeting one of his top aides?
That's the explosive allegation from a former high-ranking official within the department who is also one of Baca's political opponents. Now, Mark Brown is here with that story.
Well, David, Ellen, it's the latest reaction to the story we broke here on Eyewitness News this week about Bishop Edward Turner. He's a South LA pastor who receives a six-figure salary from the Sheriff's Department and who's been relieved of duty in the wake of our investigation. Now, a man who wants to succeed Sheriff Baca is accusing the sheriff of a cover-up. Former Undersheriff Paul Tanaka is running for sheriff. He's weighing in with a new allegation against current Sheriff Baca.
It was unacceptable then, it's unacceptable now. The fact of the matter is, sir, law enforcement cannot play favorites.
He's talking about the case involving Bishop Edward Turner. Turner is a top aide to LA County Sheriff Baca. He earns $105,000 a year, drives a county car, has a county cell phone, and other perks.
Well, Sheriff Baca is I call him my main man.
Since the year 2000, he's been the head of the Sheriff's Clergy Council, a liaison between the sheriff and local religious leaders. In 2005, Sheriff's narcotics officer started an investigation based on a package containing $84,000 in cash addressed to Turner's church on Manchester Avenue.
I was totally appalled and upset about that situation.
In their incident report, the detectives wrote that based on their experience, the money was the direct proceeds from the sale of controlled substances or illegal narcotics. Tanaka, who was an assistant sheriff at the time, says he got wind of the investigation as it was beginning. Although it was not his area of responsibility, he says he still took action.
I do remember notifying my aide and saying it was obvious a law enforcement situation here, and it doesn't matter who's involved, but you need to make sure that Narcotics Bureau, the detectives, investigate this matter.
Not long after, he says, he was told the investigation was over.
I was just told shortly thereafter, and I'm sorry I can't give you a better timeline, that the investigation had been squashed, basically had been terminated on orders of the sheriff. Okay. So
who told you that?
I don't remember.
Bishop Turner told us he was interviewed by investigators. The department found no wrongdoing on the part of Bishop Turner. No charges were ever filed.
Why would somebody send that money to your church? Could they have just made a mistake?
Why do people do the things they do?
Tanaka says a source he trusted was the one who told him Baca stopped the investigation.
This is what I've heard. He received a phone call from a sergeant who said, "I am speaking for the sheriff. The investigation is done."
Absolutely not true. Unequivocally wrong. Misstatement. Disingenuous. The sheriff does not stop investigations, he initiates them.
Bishop Turner was relieved of duty earlier this week in the wake of our investigation, which revealed that he rents space to an illegal marijuana dispensary and that his charity has lost its tax-exempt status. The department is conducting its own internal investigation, and spokesman Steve Whitmore says part of that is a re-examination of how that 2005 narcotics investigation was handled.
I was brought into question by this department. By the administration of this department.
Regrettably, in the sheriff's department, people will invoke their boss's name to try to get something done their way. But let me be clear again, the sheriff did nothing to stop this investigation. If Mr. Tanaka thought something was amiss, he's a law enforcement officer, why didn't he do what he thought was right?
What did you do once you found out that this had occurred in 2005?
I didn't. That was it. I said what I was going to say. Again, it was not within my authority at that particular time.
Tanaka admits he didn't take this as far as he could have while he was in the department. He told me the word among command staff is you don't go against the sheriff. If you challenge him on everything, you won't last long. David, Ellen?
Wow, what a fight. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.